And we're live. Welcome to the Writer's Life. That's where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life. Belch. So you get the real thing here. Where you get the truth. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're heading up to 4,000 subscribers. Punch the like button and tap that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on one exciting fucking video. Another F-bomb. Love dropping them. So I don't have like a whole lot to talk about today. I was going to talk a little bit about the Elon Musk Twitter drop and all that stuff, and how insane it is that the mainstream media is ignoring it completely. What's that tell you? Anyway, I'm going to allow that. I'm going to leave that alone for other professionals to handle because that's not my wheelhouse. Let other professionals handle that terrible situation. But anyway, a lot of writers go through what I'm talking about here. These eye roll situations that happens quite often in the community I live in, because it's kind of a snooty area of Albany, North Albany. I write about it a lot, actually. This area called Loudonville. I happen to live next door to it in the village of Manans, but I might come up upon a person who I know they know me. Like I'm very aware they know me because of the connections that they have, and I know that they know what I do and what I've accomplished and all these things. Everything from the awards to being in the New York Times, Business Insider, being on Fox News, and all this stuff. It's no secret, Not that I'm like the most famous writer in the world by any means, not even close, right? And in fact, like Dean Wesley Smith said, after publishing like 400 or 500 books over the past 40 years, and winning a whole bunch of awards and movie options and the whole bit, he said I can walk down in New York City, it's crowded New York City street, and not a single soul will recognize me. And that's probably more the truth of the matter. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is sometimes I will come upon a person, and it happened this weekend at an event I went to in a daze because I was just off the airplane. I run into a woman comes into the event, and she looks at me, and like she lights up, immediately lights up. Attractive lady, but older, probably 10 years older than me, something like that. Doesn't matter. I don't know who she is, but my ex-wife introduces me. And then I know exactly who she is because my parents were good friends with her late husband's parents. And he was in the arts, and I'm just going to say he was in the arts and entertainment world as well. And it was one of those like what do you do? Like really kind of like, yeah, like, at this, and I explain, oh, really? Like, and like immediately, the conversation immediately shifts to like another author, who she's friends with, like immediately. And like, like, have you read her book or whatever? And I'm like, no. And why would I? Because it's not a subject I'm interested in, and then like, have you read this person? And I'm starting a book, and, and like, and it all just, it ends up you're doing this because they just keep talking about themselves, and they keep where they've lived, in Europe and in New York City and in Los Angeles. And like, it's like, can I go now? And it's like, at first I was like, oh, all right, well, it's possible this person didn't know who I was or whatever. But then it's 6 degrees of separation with everybody, right? But with this person, I had like, -2 degrees of separation. I like mutual friends. I mean, like for sure. So like, I guess it comes down to like people either don't know how to like react when they meet somebody like me who does what I do and the way I live my life, doing what I want to do when I want to do it, or they just can't deal with it. I mean, like even like these libtards at the New York State Writers Institute, like they're not sure what to think of me or what, like they'd rather ignore me. Like I doesn't matter if sold like well over 1 million books and and all this stuff, won the major awards, hit all the lists. They'd rather just like we just wish Vince would go away. We like the writers who don't sell, and that teach, and who teach, professorial types. Those are the kind of people we can deal with. I guess I shouldn't say libtards. That's not nice. I should say more like I was gonna say something a lot worse. But anyway, maybe I'm just too independent. I don't know. I don't know what it is, or they just want to fucking strangle me. I think it's more that. I think they just want to like fucking strangle me. Like, why you? I have to go to a job every day. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I had to say today. It's not even a rant. It's just an observation. It's just weird. Like the more I accomplish, like the less people can relate. The more I write, the less people can relate. The more I publish, the less people can relate. The more vocal I am about it, the more ghosting I get. It just is. It's. I guess this is after all, like Hemingway said, writing is a lonely business, and there's a lot of truth to that. All right, I will catch you guys tomorrow. I'm feeling like this is like day 4. I'm home, and I'm really feeling the jet lag today. But hopefully I'll start normalizing more tomorrow. All right, I'll check with you guys later. And ciao, ciao.